Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I found a Instagram account called Toxic Reddit that takes the worst posts on Reddit and puts them on Instagram for us to get mad at. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get mad at annoying people on Reddit. Before we start, like, dislike, comment for the engagement. What's the other thing? Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. If you are subscribed, make sure you are still subscribed. I can't even talk. Make sure you're still subscribed. Why would you be after that display? Can't even fucking talk. This is what I do and I can't even talk. Anyway, let's get on with it. It'll be a bonding experience for the pair of us, but first I have to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey, with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. Skillshare classes include a combination of video lessons and class projects. And Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and skill level. And most of the classes are under 60 minutes long with short lessons, so, you know, you can make room for it. It's also curated specifically for learning, so that means there are no ads. So you won't have to listen to one of these if you sign up to Skillshare. If you want to be a YouTuber, and why wouldn't you, why don't you check out the best of film and video classes on Skillshare, so that way you can be vastly overqualified to do this. Check out this class by Nikki Stevens, Creative Video Storytelling and Editing, Making the Most of Stock Footage. Why do I feel like Shane Dawson took this class? And remember, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box below will get a free trial of a premium membership. So thank you Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get on with it and get mad at things. Do you know what I've noticed actually? Reddit hates absolutely everyone. It's just something, because I read these sort of Reddit posts all the time, whether it's am I the arsehole or relationship advice, or, you know, because I like to look at train wrecks. And I noticed that the majority of people on Reddit hates vegans. And then I noticed that the majority of Reddit seems to hate women. And then I noticed the other day that the majority of Reddit also seems to hate men. I think Reddit just hates everyone. I was saying to one of my friends on the phone actually that I think Reddit breeds extremism. Not like extremism, but just opinionated extremism. Trust me on this. For example, say someone makes a post on Am I the Arsehole, and they are so clearly the arsehole. People in the comment section will try to outdo each other in how extreme they can be. So using that example, the person's the arsehole, you'll get a comment being like, you are the arsehole majorly for this, and here's why I did it. Then another comment will reply back to that comment, added on, yes, and also this is this. OP, you are one of the biggest arseholes I've ever seen. Then another comment will add on, OP, you are like scum of the earth, and here's another reason why you're an arsehole. Another comment will be like, OP is basically Hitler. I'm not even exaggerating too much. I'm not even being that hyperbolic. And then you'll see the original post is just something like, I ate my roommate's snacks accidentally, am I the arsehole? Believe me, Reddit is just like that. Go on any thread. Look to see when someone is having a bit of an extreme viewpoint and just check out the replies, because people are just outdoing each other. And I don't know why, because you're just making yourself mad. You're going to give yourself heart attacks, Reddit. Anyway, now that I'm done fighting with the entirety of one website, am I the arsehole for making my girlfriend clean up her mess when she was on her period? My 23 male girlfriend, 25 female, has endometriosis. Yes, I can pronounce some words. And oftentimes just curls up and sits in one of our rooms or on a sofa with a heat pad in pain. We both have our own places and we're looking to move in soon. So she was at my place and we were in bed and I heard her crying, so I woke up and she was vomiting and had bled onto the bed. I was mortified and asked her to clean up because it smelled. She asked if I could do it because her cramps were incredibly bad, and I told her that it was her mess and that she would have to clean it up. She begrudgingly did it, and then apparently she left after I fell asleep again. And I called her and she said she was at her house and she was reconsidering our relationship because I was being uncaring towards her. I told her that she was being a drama queen because if you make a mess, you have to clean it up. She said I was unsympathetic and has hung up and isn't responding to any texts or calls, and now I think I may have been unsympathetic in this situation, so am I the arsehole? Now, I don't have endometriosis, but I've known people who do have it, and apparently it's like take your worst period pain and then times it by 10 or so. And it also affects fertility. So it's a quite severe and debilitating problem based upon the people that I've spoken to regarding it. Not everyone's experience is the same, but it seems like a pretty severe problem. So Yes, this person is a massive arsehole and she should dump him. Whenever I read the relationship advice subreddit, my first thought is always dump them, dump him, dump her, dump them. Just dump them. Who needs people? It's a wonder my own partner puts up with me, isn't it? Moving on. Oh, this is a good one, and by good I mean absolutely terrible. Am I the arsehole for not thinking the joke my family played on my girlfriend was a big deal? I, 25 male, have a girlfriend, 23 female, who is absolutely beautiful, but she does have a large facial scar. My family often jokes about it. They have a super dark sense of humour. That's not an excuse for being a twat. It bothers my girlfriend and she says it doesn't feel like a joke, it feels like she's being insulted under the pretense of it being dark humour. Even though I explain it's just how they are and they don't mean any harm, she doesn't really want to be around them. Guess what? If you've been making jokes about something regarding someone's appearance and they aren't finding it funny and they've said it makes them uncomfortable, but then you keep doing it, it's not joking around, it's basically just bullying. I told her it was really important to me we spend Christmas with my family. We would all quarantine first and test, but it was important to me. She resisted at first, but after some urging from me, she gave in. She said I absolutely could not excuse their behaviour if they made a rude comment about her though. We got there and it was fine for a while. Then my mum and sister broke out their matching ugly sweaters, that word ugly, that had my girlfriend's face all over it. What happened to thinking your girlfriend was beautiful? And don't say, oh, it's just an expression, you know, ugly Christmas jumpers. She has something that makes her feel very insecure about herself. And they've put the girlfriend's face on the jumper and he's referring it to ugly sweater. This guy's a prick. They both laughed, saying my mum had made them screen printed and it was just a joke. My dad thought it was hilarious. I even chuckled a little bit because she's really beautiful. So it was ironic they put her on the ugly sweater. Oh, well, as long as it's ironic, I suppose it's fine. My girlfriend looked at me and when I said they were just being ironic, she shook her head, got up and left. Didn't say anything to anyone, just took her car and left. I called her several times, she didn't answer. The only text I received was, you need to find your own way home. That pissed me off, so I called her a couple more times. The whole time, my mum was upset because it was just a joke and she didn't realise my girlfriend was going to overreact like that. I told her that a warning would have been nice, but my sister agreed it was just a joke and my girlfriend was being a baby about it. What a toxic family. Jesus. I had another fight with my girlfriend when I finally got home and she said that I was an arsehole for putting her in that situation and I said I didn't realise they were going to do that and they were being ironic because she was beautiful. She said I let them treat her badly and was trying to make it her fault when it was my family who was acting badly. I said it was just a joke and that she was overreacting. She asked how it was supposed to be a joke. I said that was just their sense of humour. I said I was sorry she was offended by the joke, but she ruined the whole day with her reaction. She said that no, them realising she wasn't going to take their bullshit anymore ruined the day. We aren't speaking currently, but when a cousin called to wish me a Merry Christmas and asked how the day went, I mentioned what happened and he straight up called me an asshole for doing that to her. I don't really think I've done anything though. I didn't know they were going to do that and it really was just a joke and I think she's overreacting. Am I the arsehole here? This man is distorting his girlfriend's reality. She's clearly being bullied by the family. He's enabling it and then saying, well, you ruined the day, like this is your fault, yada, yada, yada. That's textbook manipulation. One of the comments says, I'm sorry you were offended. Okay, dear sir, now evaporate. Am I the arsehole for dyeing my son's hair as a punishment? Throw away, because my family is on Reddit. So I, 44 female, have 4 bio children, 22 male, 20 female. Oh, this is confusing already. 16 male, 11 male, and 1 adopted child, 8 female. Now my adopted child has a disability and high functioning autism. As me and my husband work full-time and my eldest 2 are uni students, I require my 16-year-old to take care of his younger siblings. Guess what? Children are not parents. He asked if he would be paid, but I said no, as I give him food, clothes, shelter, i.e. the bare fucking minimum when you bring a life into this world. I'm already getting mad. I hate when I see parents like pull that bullshit. Well, I fed you and clothed you. That is the bare minimum when you decide to bring life into this torturous existence. Now, recently he has decided to leave his siblings at home by themselves whilst he goes out with friends, shopping, etc. I warned him, etc. I warned him multiple times not to do this or there will be consequences, and as we have security cameras in the house, I caught him locking his sister in the bathroom when he left for 5 to 6 hours. I decided as punishment that it should be something that directly affects him, so something he loves. He adores his hair. He has chestnut brown hair and he loves to take care of it 2 hours a day. So I gave him the option of shaving it all off or dyeing it bright pink for a little while. He threw a tantrum for hours but chose the second option after we confronted him. He now no longer sits with us downstairs and spends all of his time in his room with his hood up. I'm thinking of taking away his room for a while, not letting him wear hoods or hats so that the punishment is effective. Why did you bring life into this world just to abuse it? Like, children, teens, whatever, they're not your personal little playthings. They're not your built-in slaves to do all this work. Yes, you need to teach children responsibility, but kids can't look after kids who have, you know, disabilities and special needs. They're kids themselves. You're robbing them of that teenage or like childhood, etc. All you're doing is making sure that as soon as the child turns 18, they're not going to speak to you again. You're the arsehole. A 16-year-old shouldn't be solely responsible for an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old with autism. Pretty sure you know that, but you just don't want to have that responsibility yourself. How were you even allowed to adopt when you couldn't provide the care your child needs? ETA, please explain how is a physical humiliation of your son a natural consequence / punishment for effectively not being a better parent than you are being. You're projecting your anger onto him, you only want to hurt him, not actually help teach and guide him to do better in the future. Not that he should have to be the parent to his younger siblings, where he has 2 parents that should be in that role. You're angry because not only do you know deep down that you are not there for your youngest kids, is pretty disgusting behaviour, but on top of that, the unwilling proxy you forced into that position is acting like a child. Shock horror, because he is. Yes, you're terrible parents, congratulations. One more, am I the arsehole for calling my co-worker out at a meeting? I, 28 male, work in a relaxed office setting. Professionalism is important, but our company tries to push a friendly and warm workplace setting that up until recently we've been able to maintain. We recently got a new hire, Eleanor, 21 female. She works in the same department as me. I'll admit, I did develop a bit of a workplace crush, however, I tried to welcome her as I would any other employee. I helped her when she needed it, and I did compliment her on a few occasions. I did try to make conversation with her, but she seemed very closed off and cold. If a project needed to get done, I'd offer her help and she'd refuse. So, people don't have to accept help if they don't want it. Shut up. I invited her for coffee or lunch, and she always has a reason for why she can't. Maybe get the fucking hint. One day, she outright told me to stop flirting with her, which I accepted and understood. However, I noticed she was flirting with another male co-worker, Evan, and had no issue being cordial and fair to him. Oh no, shut up. Like, okay, what? She doesn't like you, bro. It's not a big deal. Get the fuck over it. You're not entitled to women liking you. We recently had a meeting on workplace environment and how we can improve morale, and employee support was brought up. I brought up the fact that certain employees were showing favoritism towards co-workers and creating a hostile environment. HR jargon. I hate these types of people talking absolute nonsense just to prove their non-points. My boss asked for an example, and I brought up Eleanor's recent behaviour. Behaviour as if she's done anything. She just doesn't think you're attractive or nice. Get over it. He said he'd take it into consideration and we moved on. Eleanor wasn't at the meeting, but Evan was. So this guy is a weasel as well. Great. He told me that I had no business singling out his girlfriend just because she wasn't okay with me flirting with her. I had no idea they were dating, but the damage is already done. I simply took her behaviour for favouritism in the workplace. I never meant it as retaliation. Am I the arsehole? I would bet you a tenner that he stops flirting with her just because now he knows that she has a boyfriend, because some men, and listen, like the majority of my close friends are men, right? But some men have no respect for a woman's agency, and if a woman says no a few times, they just take it as a challenge, but then they back down as soon as they know another man is in the picture because they respect men more than they respect a woman saying no. I'm going to need Botox after this video because I'm gonna get anger lines. I would say this is proper harassment. OP developed a crush on a junior employee 7 years younger than him, kept complimenting her, asking her out, offering her unsolicited help, even though she clearly didn't reciprocate, and then tried messing with her career when she had the audacity to like another man. Mate, for the love of God, leave women in the workplace alone unless it's very clear that both parties are interested. You're the arsehole. She's just not into you, dude. Get over it. That's what I said. Yeah, this is some incel type shit. I thought this was going to be about how a worker was getting things wrong constantly. Instead it's, I kept hitting on a girl at work, she rejected me, but she is friendly to other people. Is this discrimination? And that's all for this video. I hope you got suitably angry with me. Let me know if I should do another one because there's loads of posts on this Instagram account. I'll put up a screenshot of the Instagram account here if you want to follow it. But yes, there's loads of annoying shit on there. So thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!